Welcome back everyone. I'm Jewel and today we're in the Giants editor and we're working on the Jules Peaceful Valley map. So we're going to go ahead and finish up, well, we're going to at least work on, we might not finish it up all in one episode, some more of the road work. So these roads are generally where I'm going to put the road. Not all of them are going to be exact, but I'm going to adjust it a little bit. But as you can see, I've been working on it to get it more smooth where you can drive on it properly. So been trying to get that situated. Of course, when I lay down the actual road with the constructor, with the street spline constructor, it's going to conform better, and I can always adjust the ground as needed. So as you can see, I'm just trying to make it more level, or if it's too much of a slope, I'll level it down a little bit, but pretty much leaving everything as it was, with all the terrain shape that's there. So, but let's go ahead and get started. We're going to click on the terrain sculpt mode, and as you can see here, you put it on add if you want to add the terrain to go up, and if you want it to go down, you can change it to subtract. If you want to replace it, you can replace it to a certain level that you put the number in. So you do this here, or you could put it on each mouse button. This is the left mouse button where it says LMB. I always put whatever I'm working on that one because I like to use the left mouse button more. If you don't mind using the middle mouse button, you could put, say, smooth on it. So when you wanted to smooth the ground, you could use the middle mouse button. I don't particularly like to use it. And then you have the right mouse button. You could put the opposite function. So say we put add on left mouse button, middle mouse button smooth, and right mouse button subtract. Basically that would keep me from having to go over here and changing it to put say smooth on the left mouse button and then subtract and back and forth. But I typically like to use the left mouse button more. It just seems to be better. The middle mouse button is so small, and since it's a scroll wheel, it moves differently than just the one that you click. So alright, so we're going to go ahead and subtract, and we're just going to make this come down a little bit. So you see how I'm trying to get it more where a vehicle's going to be driving level instead of at an angle. So that's what I'm working on here. And sometimes it don't do just what you want. Get this down just a little bit. And obviously this is where a dead end is, unless it's going to be a bridge there. I'd have to look at it. I didn't look up, so I'll have to check. Alright, once you get that angle that you're worried about took care of, you need to change your view. So turn off the sculpt mode function and roll on down to the road so you can get a better view. And you can see it's pretty close, a little bit more here, so we're going to turn it back on and then subtract a little here, get that down, and then we got a little in the middle here. As you can see, it's a little bit too high. And then we're going to click over here on the left mouse button selection and put smooth. Then we're going to smooth it, make it all nice and smooth, so when you're driving or whatever, it'll work. Of course, we're going to be laying a road over this, so it'll help us when we're placing down our road to have a better, nice, smooth area to lay it, and it'll all flow a lot better. Now, it's not going to be perfect. You'll have to adjust it after you lay the road down. You're going to have to still adjust places where it's just not working. So, and as you can see here, this part needs to come down just a little bit more, but you can't go crazy with it because it just makes it very difficult. There we go. So, and then you can very gently smooth it again, and not much, just do it a little bit. Okay, and then that's good enough, and that gives us a road. And now obviously there's a bump here I need to take care of. See that bump because I don't want people launching the vehicle off of the bump. So we're going to fix that. And you just got to keep looking and adjusting. There we go. Get that down. See, that looks better. Get that down a little bit. Smooth it out just ever so slightly. Right there. And right here. Alright, now we need to get the smooth option back. Smooth it out. And that's a lot better. Alright, so now we're going to move along to another section. Since I've come to the end of this road here. Obviously I've done most of all this. It's not 100% perfect, but I'm trying to keep it as close, go back up. Close to the road shape as I can. Now some of them are going to be too steep, and if I run into that problem I'm going to check it in game, but if I run into that problem I'll have to lower the hill or whatever. As you can see, it's coming around the corner. Now some of them being angled is okay, because I mean on some roads it's a little angled. It's not all perfect and level. So, but that's a little steep there. But it's not terrible. What you can do is add, or you could either add the one side up this side, or you could subtract that side. So in this case we'll try adding this side up a little. And then going down the middle. Just like that. And just trying to level it out a little more where it's not such a slope for them to be angled when they're driving around this corner here. So it's more level. And then you're going to take and smooth it out real quick and check it, and then roll in, see how it looks. See, that's a little bit better. It's not such a slope, but as you can see, it's a little bit more we could do right here. So I'm going to click on it again, add, and just bring it up just a little. Get a little here, just enough. There we go. Just you could go higher, obviously, to make it 100% level, but the goal isn't necessarily to make it level. It's just to make it not as slanted. So, but as you roll in, you can see. Then you'll see where you have any little areas. See, you got a bump here, so we got to fix that. So we'll hit subtract on this part. We went too much right there. Come down just a little. Go on this side a little. Alright. And that should be good. Roll down where you can see it. Where you're driving. It's a little bit of a bump. Just a little bit right there. So let's try to do it. Just and roll this down when you want just a little smaller area to move and not everything to move. And what I found is if you sling it, if you press the button and let go immediately while you jerk this over here, it smooths it differently than if you just hold it one spot. To me, that's just how I do it. So, alright, that's good enough. Let's go ahead and look at this part. Alright, now see, that's not going to work. This is too much of an angle. See how that truck would have to do, and that's not how I want it. Okay, so we're going to have to fix that real quick. Of course, none of this is real quick. Now, see, when it's here, it's not so bad if it's level. It don't matter if they see this ain't quite level, but this is a little more level over here, but not quite. So, see how that's angled? The truck would have to do a major curving and stuff. That's what you want to fix. Alright, so we're going to subtract it, I guess. We could just raise this up, actually. Let's just try that. I mean, because you could do either or. It really doesn't matter. We're going to raise it up. And the reason you wouldn't always raise it up is because you don't have to go up a big old hill every time. But in this case, since it's a small spot, we could raise it. Make it more level. Equal to that. Now what I will show you is this. take your left mouse button, hit replace, then hover over this spot right here at the top of this little area and hit Control R and left mouse click, and now we got this number here show up. See it right there? It says replace. Now we're gonna make this that high, so basically we're gonna make it come up to this level here. So you're gonna put it on replace, and it already has the number, and then watch what happens. Hang on, it's not working. Oh, I guess it is. It's lower. Okay. That spot was lower than that. Let me move in where I can actually see, because it doesn't look that way on here. Oh, I see. It's lower. It looked like it was higher. So I'm going to pick a different spot. So I'm going to pick... Well, let me try it real quick and see what's up with it. Alright. See how it makes it... See how it's that level? You wouldn't look at it and tell it's that level, to be quite honest. As you can see, that looks like what it looks like it's going down, but it's not. It's actually going to that level that was here. So it'll go, even though it don't look like it's going to that level, it is. And it's making it smooth, as you can see, straight. It's making it straight on that level. So hang on and I'll show you. Alright, let's go in where we can see it. See how it's flat, and it looked like it wasn't. It looked like it was coming down more, but it's not. It's flat. They're the same level. So, but anyway, so let's go ahead and knock this down a little bit. It don't look right. Alright, and then we'll come here and do this spot a little bit more. Alright. Okay. Now we're gonna have to adjust some of this other stuff. Have to come in and see. Of course, we gotta fix that too. See, it's not a lot. It's not easy to do, in the sense of, oh, you just run over it and you're done. It's easy. It takes a lot of time. So a lot of it I've done off screen, but I'm trying not to. I'm trying to do it where you can see it. I don't want to do it all off screen. Now, obviously, even though I have it on replace, I don't have to make it go all the way down. All I have to do is stop clicking when I get it where I think it looks good. So as I'm clicking, when I see if it looks like, oh yeah, that's decent the way it's sitting, then I can just stop clicking and not have to go. You don't have to go all the way to that level. Alright, so in this case, see how it made it the same level. It doesn't look like it though. This looks higher for whatever reason. It doesn't look the same, but on the game it's gonna look level. So I'm gonna get a little bit more here. Get that part. Get it level. Alright. Alright, and let's make this just slightly go down. And then it'll be a dip, but we'll have to fix this part. We don't want it to go all the way down, I don't guess. Let me see. We could make it pretty straight on that part. I mean, we don't have a whole lot of straight roads, to be honest. Let me see if it comes up right here. See, no, it's not coming up. So see right here, that level here is higher than this level. So it's not even, actually it's lower, excuse me. No, it's not. It must be the same. Must be the exact same, because it didn't go up or down. Normally it would go up or down depending on where you were at. Like this is going down, that would have came up. If it must be the exact same level right there as this level over here. It don't look like it though. That's what's so funny. It looks like it's higher. So let's bring this on down. And you could make all your roads flat. You could just put it at a certain level, make them all flat. If you didn't want to fight with it trying to make the angle or whatever, you could make them all the same, flat. Make them flat and just put it the same number all over the place. So, and you can see how this don't even look flat. This looks like it's at an angle. I mean, to me, that's just the way it looks to me. But if we go in here, it's more flat. See? So, let's go ahead and get this corner. Alright. Get that a little bit. Alright, so now we'll travel down this way a little bit. Now some of these roads I'm not going to put the main road on, so I'm going to be doing only whatever I feel like it'll let me do. And on my last time of trying the street constructor, I only was able to do a strip because I didn't keep doing it. Then I had an issue. So what I'm going to do is try to do all that I want to do within reason on the first go round in case it don't want to work for the second go round. And I'm not sure what it was. I didn't get time on my old computer to test and see what happened. But it could have been something real simple, but my old computer just wasn't up to doing it, so I never could finish what I was doing. So, but it did work, and it worked perfectly. It looked wonderful. The road shaped perfectly to the road that wherever we was wanting it, the ground. So it was perfect. So it works good. It's just after I went back to do the same steps again, it wouldn't accept it. It was like it was doing something with the i3D file, and I never did get to finish looking at it. So I don't know why it did what it did or whatever. Alright, so now that's pretty okay. Now it don't matter about some slight hills, like if it's a hill, as long as the hill is like up and then straight, it's not like a big curve in the hill. So see, the hill's not the problem. It's just you got to make sure where they're driving, if they're going to be able to see, like right here, we could adjust that just a little bit. And you got to get your mouse just right to be able to get it to move the way you want it to. Alright, there we go. And I left most of them, most of the hills. I'm going to take this one down. Excuse me. Alright. Alright, I'm going to put it on add and sculpt mode and fix this. Alright, that'll be good. Wish they had a little leveler on this gizmo thing. That would be cool, because then it would show you, oh, this is level. Alright, that's better. See, that's what I'm talking about. I didn't want them to go hit the bump and then go flying through the air. Alright, and see, this is pretty level. So that's fine. And then this hill is fine because it's not angled. It's not like one side's way up in the air. It's just straight up the hill. So, and it may be too much of a hill. I don't know yet. I'll have to test it in game. And so then that goes that way and off to the spot here. But anyway, so that's the deal with that. Okay, so let's have a look at this spot right here. See, that's not bad. It's a little bump though. Let's get that taken out. So put it on subtract. We could do smooth, but sometimes smooth don't do what you want. Sometimes it just won't bring it down. Sometimes smooth brings up stuff that shouldn't bring. You wouldn't think it should be bringing up. So, alright, see how that looks pretty good. Now this part, we need to come back from this angle, because it looks like it's, when you get over here, starts tipping sideways a little bit. Well, that part's okay because you're at the end of the road, really. We could bring it down a little bit. Okay, let's subtract this just a little bit, just to make the road not be so angled. Alright. There we go. Bring the middle down just a little. Alright, now let's have a look. You don't know until you really get in there. See, that's a little bump right there too. But is it a bad one? Yep, right there. So let's repair that with the add. And just fix that. Bring it back up. And this little spot right there. Now let's smooth it out, see if that helps any. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it makes this side go up and this side go down. See how it's making this side go down and this side ain't going anywhere. See? So sometimes it does weird stuff. So, but anyway, that looks good enough to me, at least from this angle. So that's good enough. So let's look this way. If I can get this to go where I want it to go. Now see, that's a bit of an angle. See how that's whipping around this curve? So, and this is a bit of an angle as well. If you'll look, it's not much actually. It hits pretty good right there. We could bring it down a little bit. So let's go ahead and take subtract and get that down, because we're going to fix this side. Alright. Alright, now let's jump down where we can see. That's better. Alright, now we got to fix this side. This is too much. So we're going to bring it on down. Get this down. Bringing this part down as well, so we can do it all together. There we go. Get that down. Alright, now I got to roll up so I can see. Not bad, not too bad. Alright, we're going to come down on that a little bit more, just for this corner, and then fix this. Get that down, because it's not going to be right with him, with it driving that way, or the vehicle driving that way. Alright, so now we got to smooth that. Now let's go look. Now that's a little bit better. We still ain't finished. We got to fix it just a little bit. Okay, so let's go ahead and I guess we'll subtract this side a little bit more. For some reason it's not doing it. There we go. There we go. Alright, get this side. And I'm going to back off into the grass a little so that because we want extra room on the side of the road a little bit. I'm going to level that, so don't worry. I'm trying to get it to do something. There we go. That's what I want. Alright. Let's get this to come down. And just bring it around that corner. Try to get this part down. Alright. Now we got to adjust that a little bit, but I'm going to smooth it. Sometimes smoothing works and does plenty, and other times it's not. You can see we need to add a little bit. So we'll add that right there gently. Just ever so slightly. Fix this corner right here. And sometimes you got to adjust where you're at to be able to see, because sometimes your view isn't showing you exactly what the ground is looking like. Alright, so let's back off. You can see how we got a bump here. Let's smooth that out. Well, we got to click on this. Alright, so we're almost through with this part. We'll do a little bit more on screen, and then I'm going to do a lot more off screen. Because see how we got an angle here? See how this is more level when you look at it. Let me try to get you there. See, that's okay. But once you come back, you can see this is angled. So that's why I was trying to bring it down, but I'm going to have to do it from this angle so I can see. So we're going to knock this way down. See right here? Just knock it down. Way, way down. Get that down. Then we'll come back and straighten out the road. But we got to get it down. Alright, now we got that angle took care of pretty much. So we need to smooth the road down a little bit. We're going to have to adjust it, obviously. Alright. See, that's not what I'm wanting to do. It's hitting that and it's staying in that groove over there. Alright, so I'm going to have to get a better view. Okay, so at least we got the angle down. Alright, so now we can see. Alright. There we go. Come on down with it. Bring this side a little bit. And we're going to smooth it in a minute. We're just trying to get it to the slope. Alright, now we got a nice slope. Should be good on everything. Let's back off what we can see. Alright. That's not going to work because we got this other side. See how that's in that and this is over here? It's got to come down. There we go. And this side has to come down too. Right there on that curve. See it? That's the problem. Right there. Alright, we'll have to fix that, but we got to get it down, so we're just going to go overkill with the down so we can straighten it out. Alright, you see how we got it down now? To situate the road properly. There we go. Now we can adjust it. We're going to go back on add even though we was going down. It was just to get it to situate. Now we got the road situated. We can shrink it and get it more level. Like right there, like that. Because this is the bottom of it. So I don't know if there's going to be water under there, a bridge, or how I'm going to do it. I can't remember what I had before. I had quite a bit done on stuff like that on the other one. Alright, let's just adjust this ever so slightly. Alright. Alright, I think that's pretty good. I mean, I think a vehicle should be able to handle that. Okay. Alright, and so we gotta smooth that out though. See that part? Alright, and then you gotta smooth it. But anyway, there we go. Smooth it out a little bit. Alright, that should be good. And of course we're going to be laying the road over it, possibly. Some of them we're not, some of them we are. So we can always adjust whatever's the problem. But that's the basics of getting it more level where they can drive down it. Because you want it, see this is going to be a water spot and a bridge. See the distance? It's going to probably be a bridge here. Yeah. I may change that up, make it more straight. Anyway, that may not go like that. Alright, so let me roll over here and show you some of the stuff I already did. You can see this part I think this was one I did. Oh, this is the one I hadn't quite finished. Yeah. But basically you get it and we got to finish this part. I hadn't even worked on that. Let me go over here and find the spot I was working on. Because I was doing a lot of work. This isn't it, I don't think. Let me see. Okay, I did all that. See? So I did all this. Getting it smooth. See where you can drive. Now that might be a little too steep, but I'm not sure. And then we got this. And I gotta fix that little bump, but most of it's pretty good. And this might be too steep. So, and it's need a little more here. But it's a lot of work, like I say. I did all this. But see, we don't need the road to be perfectly smooth on this because we're going to be laying the road. It's going to make it smooth. And then we can adjust the ground under it. Now this, I'm going to have to make this come down a little. And of course I haven't worked on that yet. So I'll have to fix that. But anyway, I'm going to back out where you can see the road. So, see how much I did all this right here. I haven't worked over there yet, so it's a lot more got to do. Some roads are going to be easy because they're flat like that. So, but that's what I'm doing, getting it ready so that when we lay our road down, the actual road, then it'll be easier to lay it down instead of having all this mess. And obviously this is a random DEM that I put in here to make this the ground the way it is. And if I had it to do over again, if I hadn't already picked this one, I would probably go pick one at any specific area that I wanted to remodel after, like a duplicate of some real place where I wanted it to look just like it, and work on it that way. But in this case, I already started this a while, like in 17, and never got a chance to work on it anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue it and build this map, and then we'll possibly do one where I make it look exactly or pretty close to exact as a certain area is. Just pick a random area, but make sure I build it as close as possible within reason, because I won't be able to get the buildings that actually look like, you know, certain buildings, but I'll be able to put a house where a house is or whatever, you know, farm fields where they are and stuff like that. So that's what we're going to be working on. We're going to get this map going, trying to get the roads ready. But as you can see, some of them are going to be really steep and some of them aren't. So hope you enjoyed. I'm going to go ahead and call this an episode. I'm going to be working off screen a lot on these roads. I probably will show you another one before it's over, me doing some more road work, and then once I'm ready, I'll jump into showing you how to do, hopefully showing you how to do the laying of the road. So at least that's the plan. So stay tuned for more map making, and of course all the other things on my channel. I do Trader Life Sim, Gold Rush, Farm Sim, just a bunch of different demos and just stuff like that. Ranch Simulator. So stay tuned. Check my channel out for that. But for now, I'm going to catch you on the next one and get busy fixing these roads. Hope everybody having a wonderful day. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe. If you like the video, hit the like button and turn on your notification bell. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Goodbye, everybody.